Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sarel van Gr8, aka Mr. VG, and this is our last video in this series about algebraic expressions. Maybe one day we'll get some more, but for now, this is kind of the end. Oh, I'm almost getting sad. But before I cry, let's try this exam question. 4 sums, and I want you to try and do yourself first before you look at the rest of the video. So hit the pause button, try it yourself, and let's see what's going to happen. For question A, I'm specifically going to look first of all at grouping kind of your like terms. So the 2x squared and the negative 5x squared, the 3x and the negative 4x, and then that little squiggle, the plus 3. What do we call the 3 again? We call it the constant term. Remember that. The constant term. So let's just reshuffle them. So I'm going to put my x squares together. My x's are my numbers. So I'm going to add the like terms. And that is as simple as that. Remember, because it is an x squared, it remains an x squared. Because it is an x, it remains an x. The 3 is on its own, it's a like term. Remember, this is actually an algebraic expression and specifically a trinomial. It's a polynomial. If I'm saying some words that you are not familiar with, please go and watch the video about naming trinomials. Let's look at the next one. Let's look at this question B. I've got to distribute the 2x in. So I'm going to take that 2x and I'm going to multiply it with every one inside the bracket. Every term inside the bracket. So 2x times by x squared is 2x to the 3. Positive 2x times by negative x is negative 2x squared. And then 2x times by 3 gives me 6. Ooh, that's maybe a bit fast. So let's just backtrack for a moment. Copy that answer down or hit the pause button and make sure you get this right. Let's now look at the next expression. If I look at C, I would love to simplify, but I can't do that while there are brackets. So I've got to first get rid of the brackets. So to get rid of the brackets, I'm going to distribute the 2 in. And I'm going to distribute the negative 3 in. So I'm going to say 2 times by 3x plus 2 times by negative 1. Now, if you are familiar with this step and you are comfortable with this step and you want to skip this step, please feel free to do it. So you could straight off go to the next step where you say this is 6x minus 2 for the first one. And then for the back one, negative 6x minus 3. Again, you can completely skip this step. Your teacher's not going to mark it wrong if you don't put that step in. I like to put it in the video just so you see what I'm doing. Then I must add the like terms. Now I'm going to put the 6x minus the 6x and the negative 2 minus 3. So if I go 6x minus 6x, well, that's 6 apples minus 6 apples. That's no apples left. 0x, so or just 0. And that means I'm only left with negative 5. And that is my final answer. Ta-da! Simple and straightforward. Let's try the next example. This one is one where we are dividing. So I'm again going to divide every one individually at the top with negative 2x. So I'm going to take each one and divide by negative 2x. One by one, I'm going to say, well, 16 divided by negative 2, well, that's negative 8. Then I'm saying x to the 3 over x, that's x squared. A minus over a minus is a plus. 2 divided by 2 is 1. X squared divided by x is just x. And last but not least, 4 plus 4 over negative 2. Well, that is negative 2. And the x divided by x falls away. It becomes 1 because it's x divided by itself is 1. And that's the end of it. Can I add any of the final answers? No, because they've got different variable parts. So this is Mr. VG signing out. I hope you enjoyed this series about algebra. Go and practice, because this is going to form the basics of all the maths you are going to do the next 4, 5, maybe 10 years or 20 years if you become an awesome mathematician like I know you can. This is Sarah van Grenen, aka Mr. VG, signing out. Have a gorgeous, beautiful evening. Cheers.